I think I don't always get it right in terms of preparing my PAs for a day out. Sometimes you're so busy thinking about all the things you need to be prepared for that you don't think about letting your PAs know what the situation is. So it's always important to actually have a conversation with your PAs about what you're planning to do, anything out of the ordinary that you're going to be doing. It just means they're more prepared and they're happier about being out because they know what to expect and they don't need to get anxious about what they might be required to do.
First of all, you don't leave it to the last minute. You start planning well in advance. Ideally, sort of about a week in advance, the longer the better for PAs. And then I'd start looking where I'd like to go. It would then go into the nitty-gritty of, is it accessible? Is there facilities about?
Sometimes you could do a bit of work beforehand to have backup plans or just ideas of what you would do in an emergency.
I will always ask my employer if they need any help with planning the outing. I also check the venue, and if I think it may cause an issue, I may suggest to my employer to call and speak with someone if they haven't already. I plan routes, including rest stops or alternative options if needed.
The most important advice for PAs would be, if you're someone like me that takes a trolley out with your supplies, never assume the previous staff member packed it with all the things. Never assume something's in the trolley or your bag without checking it.
We have checklists to check before we leave the house to make sure we've got everything and everyone knows what they're doing. Everyone has access to Google Drive, so lists and things are on there.
We usually start by chatting about the outing. They let me know what help they need from me, if anyone else is going with us, and what time we're leaving or coming home. This allows me to know what to put in the trolley and pack in the van. If they ask, I will help with logistics such as parking.
I'm not great with the unexpected. Sometimes I used to get very overwhelmed if I have made plans and something changed. But the more you go out, I think that the better you get at handling those unexpected situations. So what I like from my PA is just a kind of practical problem-solving approach, and also just kind of some sympathy and compassion if you might be getting a bit overwhelmed by it.
It's just really good having my girls with me. I've got lots of lists of what to pack and everything. So, and my girls know we pack for everything and some. So we're always prepared for anything to go wrong. And that just means that the day runs smoother. I'm more relaxed, therefore I can enjoy what I'm doing more. And it also means instead of me sat worrying about my care needs, and if I'm out with friends, for example, I can just chill out and enjoy what we're doing and not have to think. For one moment in my life, I don't have to think about being disabled. I can just be, and it's lovely.
I always pack essentials, weather appropriate clothing, snacks, water, medication and any equipment we might need. I also keep an eye on the weather forecast and have a plan B, like a nearby indoor option or a shorter route if fatigue sets in. Flexibility is key. Things don't always go exactly to plan. It's helpful to check in regularly, asking how they're feeling, whether they need a break or if they'd like to change plans. I stay calm and positive so they feel at ease. Making sure the environment feels safe and not rushed helps a lot.
I think for me, it had to go wrong a few times for me to have the confidence for what to do in the future. So it does get easier, but it can be very stressful when things do go wrong. You can't predict everything, and really you just need to be able to adapt, and it's really helpful if your BA can work together with you to solve the problems.
I've learned how important flexibility and communication are. No matter how well you plan, things can change, and that's okay. I've also learned to slow down and enjoy the experience. It's about the quality of the day, not how much you fit in. We treat it as a shared experience, not just a task. We chat, laugh, and enjoy the little moments. When things go smoothly and my employer is happy, it's rewarding for both of us. It's nice to create positive memories together.
It can be hard, particularly with a new PA, you know, and especially if they've never done this kind of PA work. So I talk to them a lot when they're a new PA. I talk to them a lot about it, about taking me out, about what I like, what I don't like. I also have a section in my care plan for new PAs that talks about how important it is for me to try and claw back some independence, because when you need 24-hour care, a lot of your independence gets sucked out and it can be really hard. I just talk to them about it and let them know that if I need help, I'll ask for it. And if I don't ask for it, not in a rude way, but don't give me it.
Logistics-wise, there's usually a lot that goes into planning a day out. It gets easier the more that you do it. So I'm fairly confident because I've been doing it for many years. But even so, every day that I'm going out, I'll always do some research the day before. So I'll look at the routes that I need to use. If it's public transport, I'll look up what's accessible. If I'm driving, I have to look at parking. Being able to adapt, when you need to adapt as well. So yeah, when you actually transfer them out, it's helpful to have a smartphone to be able to look at routes and alternatives.
Follow your employer's lead. Let them set the pace, choose where to go, and decide how the outing unfolds. Be proactive, not controlling. Offer options rather than making decisions for them. For example, would you like me to check if there's step-free access? Respect boundaries. Step in only when asked or when you know support is clearly needed, such as physical assistance or carrying items. Communicate openly. Check in subtly without hovering. A quick, "Do you want me to?" gives space for choice. Stay discreet. Blend into the background where possible, so your employer's independence and agency stay central. Support logistics quietly. Handle things like directions, transport, or tickets if agreed, but let your employer lead socially and personally. Advocate when asked. Be ready to step in with staff or venues if your employer requests, but don't assume.
Don't take over planning. Avoid making decisions about where to go, what to eat, or how long to stay unless explicitly asked. Don't speak for them, only when necessary. Let your employer handle interactions with staff, friends, or strangers unless they specifically request your assistance. Don't rush or slow them, respect their natural pace. Outings shouldn't feel like they're on your timeline. Don't infantilise. Avoid parenting behaviours, for example, ordering for them, correcting them, or fussing. Don't assume needs. Just because you helped in a similar situation before, it doesn't mean it's needed this time. Don't hover. Constantly checking or standing too close can feel overbearing. Give personal space. Don't project your preferences. Keep your taste in food, shops, or activities out of the decision-making process unless invited to share.